Welcome back to another SY Sports video. I will be doing my top 10, what I think is the top 10. But now looking back at it, I kind of feel like I should swap out another team, but for now I'm just going to stick with this, and then probably next week I'll flip-flop them depending on what happens this weekend. Anyways, here we go. Number 10, I have Iowa State. Iowa State looks bad, but they always look bad in that first game. They always struggle no matter who it is, where it's at. They're always struggling. Now, I think now looking back at after doing this list, I feel like I should have done UCLA as my number 10, but for now I'll have them as 11. But I feel like those two should switch, and I kind of want to put UCLA at 10. But anyways, I'm going to stay with Iowa State. Iowa State's still top 10 team in the country. Number 9, Florida. Florida doesn't look as good as last year, but I don't know any other teams that look better than them other than maybe UCLA. So I know they played Florida Atlantic. I know they don't have a good throwing quarterback, but the guy could run. Both of them can run. They played. They probably could played a little better than I thought, but they played all right, and I still think they're probably a top 10 team. Number 8, Cincinnati. Cincinnati being Cincinnati, dominating the group of 5. They look good again. Now they have two tests coming up in Indiana and Notre Dame, so we'll see what kind of team they actually are. Number 7, Notre Dame. Now Notre Dame looks sluggish on defense, but offensively they look better than they've ever have. I know Florida State probably isn't a great team, but Florida State played their hearts out, and honestly Notre Dame should have lost that game. And the fact that they went into Tallahassee at night and clipped off what could have been a potential upset, which I thought would have been an upset if you look at my previous betting lines episode, and they got the job done. Top 10 team. Number 7, Notre Dame. Number 6, Clemson. Um, Clemson moved down, obviously, because they lost. Their offense looks brutal, but again, I think those were the two best defenses. Clemson's defense still shut down Georgia's offense. The only touchdown in the game was the pick six. Now, if Clemson's offense can clean it up, they'll probably more than likely be a playoff team. Now, I can see them slipping somewhere else this year if that offense plays like they did. But again, Georgia has probably the number one defense, and Clemson has the number two defense. Clemson's defense is legit, and it'll carry them through the season. Number 5, Oklahoma. Oklahoma looked like garbage. Tulane's coming. What should have been in Tulane got switched to Norman because of the whole hurricane. They're dealing with their families in the hurricane. They came in and they honestly should have beat Oklahoma, I think. Oklahoma's defense looks pitiful. Their offense looked okay. Spencer Rattler didn't impress me at all. And yeah, so I bumped them down to 5 only because they won the game. Number 4, Texas A&M. Texas A&M looked pretty good. I know it was only Kent State, but offensively they clicked it in the second half. Defensively, that's nothing. I mean, you're going to give up points. It's not easy to shut out any team in the country, no matter who it is. And they looked just as good as I thought they would. New quarterback, still put up 40 points in the game, you know. So number 4, Texas A&M. Number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State defensively didn't look good, but I think Minnesota's going to be a decent team this year. I could see them winning 7, 8 games. They were on the road at nighttime on a Thursday night. Anything can happen. And they still covered 14 points. And C.J. Stroud took them a minute, but later on, the receivers were getting wide open, and the offense just looks deadly. I mean, Minnesota, I don't know if it was because of the route running or it's because of just mind-boggled defensive, like, didn't know where they were at, but you're leaving Chris Olave 40 yards wide open. Now, I don't know if that was because of him or the defense, like I said, not doing what they're supposed to do. But Ohio State looks like the same Ohio State offensively. Now, defensively, like I said, they didn't look too good, but I think they'll clean it up as the season goes on. Number 2, Georgia. Huge win against Clemson. Offense needs to clean it up, but defense, best in the nation right now. And they went up against what I think is the second best defense in the nation. So there's nothing else you can say other than who's better? Alabama. Alabama looks like same old Alabama, men against the boys, and there's nothing you can do about it right now. Now, do they slip? I don't know. I think they'll lose to Ole Miss, but that game's at home, so and I don't see them slipping at Florida. Florida, I just don't think will have the offensive firepower to compete with. I mean, Bryce Young just looks fantastic. Defense looks good. I know Chris Allen got out, but rinse and repeat for Alabama. So to repeat, or run it down, Iowa State 10, what I think should be UCLA now. as I keep going back and forth in my head about it. Florida number 9, Cincinnati number 8, Notre Dame number 7, Clemson 6, Oklahoma 5, and your playoff teams as of right now: A&M, Ohio State, Georgia, and Bama. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thank you.